And if you can dominate his runes for the first 6 to 8 minutes, a Tiny doesn't really have that chance to snowball.
It could be a bait.
Jug looks pretty good other than
Anti-mage. I just don't like Slark against Puck. It's always like a bit rough.
Exactly. I think the Puck is specifically because they want to have that answer to a potential Slark.
But you have other heroes that go with the Puck.
It's definitely possible. I mean, Slark is not a bad hero here, by any means. But you know, just give us some new
Dude,
stuff.
it's going to be AM. You're right. It's got to be.
Yeah.
Do it for black.
They're thinking right now.
Like Void, if it was in the pool, maybe you pick. Maybe a Troll if it's in the pool, but they aren't.
I think Void would have been perfect,
in
honestly. Like, they have so much mobility, just picking the Void. I expected them to pick it up 4th, maybe, but they went with a Tiny instead, so. It's probably just going to be really something disappointing, just some PL, and be like, all right.
Well, they got 30 seconds to decide what their hero of the game will be.
Hey, at least they're in this spot, though. They're
Luna.
I don't like that too much.
into Spectre.
That must be some. I mean, it can work. You can snowball hard. Empower Luna is very strong, and if Luna just gets out of control, they have the winning condition at least. I mean,
What needs to happen for PSG LGD to have a great game here?
Just tempo. I mean, they're the team with the Undying. They have a Magnus. If they take early towers, they win their lanes. Luna, Tiny, just eat the map. You were talking about, what was the word I said sweepers?
I said vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. Yeah, so they're housekeeping, all right? They're going to keep EG locked in the cupboard as they farm all the creeps. That's how you take this.
Yeah, if they win lanes, I think it's almost guaranteed a victory for LGD. They just will clean the map much faster than EG will. They will just outpace them. They'll get the first Roche, maybe wait for the second to finish the game with that.
I think Tiny's incredibly scary here. The reach on EG, like early to mid game's very low, so if Tiny gets like an early Blink Dagger, I feel like all the space in the world for Luna, so I think all the game relies on Tiny, and I don't know, man. I like LGD's draft, but I just feel like EG's the better team.
So you're going for EG?
I'm going for EG.
Yep, sorry EG fans. They're going to win this game too.
What? That made no sense.
Yeah, because he jinxes them.
Though, he's wrong.
Yeah.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, I just got to stick with LGD. So I'm going LGD.
All right, I like that you guys are a little bit split here. I am very curious to hear what our commentary team thinks about the drafts of the second game of the series, Dakota and Grant. What do you reckon?
Well, we get the first Sumail Puck I've seen in quite a while, Grant.
Yep.
You're a very clean guy. You know a lot about housekeeping, I guess. Do you believe in the theory the analysts put out that LGD, if they could just kind of clean up the map, that should be for theirs?
That's definitely how it should go, but if this Tiny just somehow if Sumail just wins the lane, he shouldn't win again. I mean, the game's just going to be over, but it looks like LGD once again has a clean draft. Can they execute? Guess we'll have to find out.
We'll have to find out indeed. Let me set you in properly. Axiata Arena, get ready for Game 2 of PSG LGD and EG.
Let's get into it. I'm ready. I need a game number 3 here. I don't want to sound biased at all, but we want some good action and some good Dota here. But EG fans out there, I'm sure they'd like to see this be a clean 2-0 so they can move on to the potential next opponent. And that opponent is Grant, NIP, waiting in the wings.
It is. NIP already beat them once, but LGD, they got to win a game. You can't just go out on like 2 30-minute games right here. And, well, they have a decent early tempo draft. We saw the Tiny and the Undying. They should just create chaos this entire early game. Will they be able to? They should, but as we've seen, Sumail just randomly wins these lanes he shouldn't.
Definitely potential for them to kind of continue to snowball and just beat down their opponents. LGD have that potential. But, you know, EG kind of shaking things up a bit. You know, how long has it been since you've been going against a Sumail Puck? It might have been a while. This guy could set up some serious fights.
Yeah, he can. We'll see. Fly on the sounds. I always like him on a hero like that, where he can just sit in the back, make the play calls. He needs to get up these globes. We saw one missed global from like last game. It just cost them a racks plus more. I mean, they got that initiation on DK. He cast one bad global. It could be. It really is. LGD, they win this laning phase. They should just win the game.
Very volatile, of course. Here we go. EG want to go and contest the bottom set of bounties, while LGD do the same for the top. Trade it out. Xnova gets an early double grab, of course, with the decay. Could help him in the laning phase a bit.
Yep, the one thing though with Puck is Puck has very high base damage, so does this Tiny, so we'll see when this tree is down. Just see, I'm just curious if Sumail is going to go for the harass. He look at this. He wins the block
Huge
so
block.
hard he actually might lose the block here.
Yeah, didn't manage to get that denied, and maybe on that
Yeah,
one. It's
that
an
is-
awkward spot for Sumail for sure. The wave's going to push forward, and they're going to have to deal with it. Meanwhile, nearby, look at this. Contention right near that mid lane. Not sure if Chalice was trying to eyeball things out, possibly for a courier snipe or just chasing down Fly, whatever the case may be. He resets himself and heads right back to the lane.
Yep, looks like they wanted to get these lanes correct too. They're going to have the Luna versus the Centaur top, which it's actually very scary for this Luna. But then bottom lane as well, it's very scary for Arteezy. So once again, these two carries have rough lanes. We'll see you can come out of that laning phase and, you know, farm the jungle a little bit better, which Spectre is not very good at doing.
No. I mean, he gets assistance from Crit, who already has kidnapped the creep wave here from the bottom, and it's going to be taking it under the tower.
And
Making it a little bit easier for Arteezy to work with. There'll be a full double creep wave stack.
See this, how he doesn't pull it into the tower. He pulls it right out from below it, and that way the tower doesn't hit and Arteezy gets free farm. Nice job by Crit.
Should be able to farm it up. Crit's just going to try to poke from the outsides, but keep his distance away from Arteezy, so he's not at risk of getting double decayed, obviously. We're seeing the same happen at the top. FY kidnaps that creep wave and will be taking it under the tower on his own side. So mirror setup from both sides. They take it behind the tower, though.
Yeah, both teams playing very similarly. I mean, their draft's pretty similar.
Matter of who's going to be able to inch this one a bit ahead. For now, maybe in the mid lane is just kind of tilting slightly in his favor, maybe because of that advantage at the start. 12 and 3 CS for him, 9-0 Sumail.
Yep, and there's going to be a regen rune bottom. Looks like Crit will be the first one to discover it. We'll see. He probably will just take it. No bottle out on the puck yet.
That means that Arteezy's going to have to eat the full bit of harassment there from Nova while Crit steps out. Get bullied back a little bit here, so.
Yeah, this should be a very good lane for Magnus and Undying. Undying, one of the best laners in the game, but
Yeah.
X-Nova, he's going to get the bugs on him, and you just got to right-click them off. Those bugs can really add up.
Unless it's a bit of a misplay, I don't see too much kill potential here at the bottom without the stun. But as I say that, you know, Arteezy throws out the dagger, and it's just harassing a bit. Yeah, no fall through.
Yeah, this should just be an amazing way for the Undying Magnus, honestly. You just throw the Empower on the Undying as well, and he just right-clicks Arteezy.
Now, what about this top lane then, Grant? I mean, for now, S4 is confident to be able to fight his way through the creep wave. He's going against Ame's Luna, and nearby is FY's Rubik. He has the benefit of Fly and the Silencer to kind of pull the waves back.
Yeah, it should be decent for S4 up here. Ame, he shouldn't be able to just farm. S4 should just be able to like run at him straight in his face and be able to harass him, and Fly gets the pull off. We saw last game they blocked the pull, but this game, Fly, he's just able to pull without even dewarding.
Yeah, so if things progress forward a bit, maybe a slight favor for LGD then. If the mid lane matchup's going to continue to go their favor, which actually right now it's back to Sumail's favor, so I guess I can't speak too soon on that. But bottom is nice for LGD and top is good for EG.
Now, bottom Arteezy. Oh my goodness.
Nice. Nice little snipe.
And he should live.
Yes, he will. TP's out, he's good.
God, you see the value point in Soul Rip. You're like, there's no tombstone. The value point on Soul Rip, so much damage, especially when he had 3 decay. He was just missing so much strength on Arteezy. He had like maximum 400 HP.
Top, S4 lands the stomp, lands the double edge. They both get hit with the curse. They'll each eat their own share of damage and get bullied back.
And runes. Oop. Sumail will get the runes. Sumail has dominated the runes in game 1 and this game 2 already as well. It just seems like EG in general
Sidesteps that tree.
Not gonna get hit by that. Well, there's a big wave bottom. They could potentially dive some. It's just so hard to dive in Undying. So
Two-man
you get
decay.
double decayed, yeah.
Yeah. Be careful, Nova's running on forward confidently here at this point. Holding the point still, whether he wants to commit it for the tombstone or maybe an extra point into that decay or soul rip. Doesn't want to bite just yet.
The one thing we didn't talk about is, you always talk about when you have a Phoenix, the egg hitters. There's no tombstone hitters really in this game.
Or maybe with the, exception to Crit.
Yeah.
Crit's Weaver could kind of help with that a bit.
That's the problem. Once he gets like the late game, he has the eggs. He doesn't want to be in there hitting the tombstone. It's just going to be up to everyone else. And, well, X-Nova's just going to one-on-one Crit right here.
Where are you going? Stalking him back a bit. Crit's going to be forced to wiggle out and go way up north and around the corner. That means Arteezy's kind of open for some additional harassment here if they'd like.
I have no clue what Arteezy does now. There's already mana boots up on this Magnus. Like, he can't sit in this lane.
He's going to get hit. Every opportunity here, Chalice will just continue to dish out
Ooh,
shockwave damage.
That's but
dead. Ooh, quick snipe right there. A bit out of position, but FY helps set that one up, and Ame's going to be knocking it down. All right, this one's coming up LGD a bit, 2-0 to start things away.
It is just a little bit stronger lanes. Like Silencer, the Arcane Curse is nice, but it's not the strongest in the lane.
Yeah, Silencer has constantly, or at least as of recent, been scrutinized quite a bit for his laning potential, but his team potential is just so significant in these fights that they just try to like kind of work past that laning phase to really get the true potential out of him. FY postured up near this mid lane, looking to go for a possible setup. There's
Flies here as well.
move though, coming out from Sumail, leading in with the coil, sees FY nearby, and maybe they second guess their commitments here. More assistance, or they thought about bringing in X-Nova, but it's enough to kind of fend off EG for now.
But another Runa for Sumail, bottom lane. X-Nova wanted to get down, but nothing there. And well, coil used and nothing really happened. Just rotation after rotation from the supports.
Now I was just going to mention how the level 6s are now online for these mid laners, and we'll have to see what kind of opportunities they go for. And well, there it was. So that one not working out so well for EG. And LGD still kind of adhering and holding out. But top, they're making the move. S4, wow. FY shows up and takes a knee, and now they move forward looking to go for Ame. Ame eats a curse, lots of right-click damage, pops the wand, able to make it out. But look who shows up, Chris.
Cancels his health potion.
Sweeping in from behind and cancels that salve. Now it's a toss up and down onto Fly, and they're going to be able to loosen beam down the little Silencer. Good response from LGD.
Yeah, and he's thinking about more. They have the ward, though. They know the Tiny's here. S4 shouldn't die to this, but he could.
All that happens bottom lane. They committed a tombstone right near the tower to force RTZ out from hiding within those trees.
And RTZ's still, he's almost level 5, but he's still technically level 4, and this is just the laning phase going so well for PSG LGD.
Spectre versus Undying, just such an awful matchup for the Spectre in the laning phase. Ame
should be okay.
Yep, no stuns there. Toss throw back to make sure that S4 is not going to get close. Good assistance there.
And while that's happening, you know one of the greediest fours, FY, he's just farming up middle, but bottom, they're going for Chalice. He can't just, oh, and there it is. Will he make it?
No! RTZ gets that last hit. Stops him from escaping.
Oh, they're going for more. They want X-Nova, I think.
Oh, Stampede from S4 and across the globe. They're going to be able to hustle on in. They're trying to get a hold of Nova. The orb's going to find connection. Right clicks there. Sumail making the most out of that double damage and putting it into work on the bottom lane. We're not done yet. Toss up and down. And finish a fly.
Oh, Sumail's here.
But now maybe in a bit of trouble. Telekinesis, throwback Sumail. Maybe the creep will take me. No. Crit gets that one. Blood shedded across the map.
And okay, a couple kills there and there, but that's the big kill. This is your snowballing hero, Tiny, who just kind of gets caught out of position, killing a Silencer. And Sumail from 2 kills bottom to helping Crit get a kill middle. Good puck rotations. And now it opens up for RTZ a little bit. He has the haunt now. S4 needs to be careful, though.
Good juke there from Ame, and he gets finished off. Nicely done. Killing spree for Ame's Luna.
Maybe should have seen that, all right. Sumail probably told him, you know, hey, my Invisor got stolen by a Rubik, but doesn't really matter. And, well, that's the thing. Luna's farming now, and Spectre is farming. It finally opened the map for both these carries.
So it's hard to say. We're getting close to that 10-minute mark, and we're starting to step away from the laning phase a little bit. Does this end up being a bit of a wash because of that trade at the bottom, or would you still favor it for LGD a bit?
Still a little bit favored for PSG, LGD. They did shut down the Spectre even though he got a kill. And, I mean, the thing is, Spectre can never really just go to the jungle even if he tries to. Meanwhile, a Luna, sure, can just go farm up jungle whenever he wants. RTZ always has to be a little bit ahead.
Like you mentioned, to the jungle he goes here. Sumail makes his return to the lane. But he's one of those constant fighting kind of heroes. As long as the player's going to be up, but here's a Stampede. And speaking of a fight swinging out, S4 moves forward, gets to stop, follow-up RP, going to be committed, locks him in the spot. Shockwave also there. A curse does land on all of them, so it's going to continue to dish out that dot skewer forward. Finish with the toss combo. Maybe going to be able to help pick that one up. 2 going to be dropped, but they do manage to pick up FY from behind. It's Crit sniping that one down. Nova, rip on himself. The Urn's also there. He's surviving. They tossed it forward, and it's maybe with a triple. But we're not done yet. RTZ running in, gets the slash. Not good enough.
Oh my, here comes
Sumail. Can't go for the finish. He's now stuck in the side of the lane. He still wants to commit in, but it's so awkward. Sumail can't get close enough, and Chalice still lives, and Nova also into the tower, maybe continues to finish. Ultra kill for him, and LGD beginning to go on a tear. Sumail has to dip.
Oh, bounty run, all right.
Toss forward, though. They're going to get him. Shockwave's there. One more fade ball. FY gets it.
Wow.
LGD.
And that the biggest thing about that is they win that 4v5 team fight while Ame is just farming bottom. They just win this gigantic team, and that's why you see the Tiny Mag. They are super good early, and they're looking for more.
And just as they try to come back to the lane,
misses the toss.
I was going to say that was probably a toss-back attempt. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get close enough for it. Yep. But man, he almost has the blink dagger, and that will make it a lot easier. Maybe pulled in a triple kill during the swing of things in that top lane. Yeah, he's 5-1 now on this Tiny.
And you saw the tombstone problem there. Like S4 was the one trying to kill this tombstone. They just didn't have anyone to hit it, and they finally got it. But it was 4 heroes just clumped up, and they got punished big for that. And it really just does go back to Ame's farming, and Arteezy isn't right now.
They'll try to mend things a bit. Pressure onto this tier 1, both mid lane and bottom coming out from EG. But we're going to be seeing blinks come online very quick here from the LGD side.
You have to be careful. Like, Sumail's the one guy who can still just destroy. He picked up his Veil before he died. He didn't lose any gold there, and this guy can burst down anyone on the map, but he feels like the only threat right now from EG.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Stomp. Behind the tower.
Yep.
Not going to find anyone. FY rather.
Oh, Bugs will catch on.
It looks like they spotted him. They'll get the Grand Megas down and finish off this tier 1 in the bottom. It does come at an exchange. LGD in the meantime able to finish off the tier 1 at the top. So everybody gets a little bit of gold on this one.
They need this Tiny, just like he did last fight. He's got to keep doing it. He has his blink now. This is the playmaker. This is the guy that wins or loses you the game right here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mag's about to have his blink too, so
that's scary. I'm surprised he didn't go something like the Helm of the Dominator build we've been seeing more often, where you just push. That really just shows they want a team fight. They want Luna to farm while these 4 just run around.
Now back to a bit of a stall here. EG happy to take more of the farm from the PSG LGD side. I mean, we look at the wards here from LGD. The EG side of the map completely covered. They'll have any sort of intel on who's going to be rotating around. Maybe sweeps his way through this mid lane, but Sumail's not going to put himself out a line of fire. And looks for a new opportunity elsewhere. He has a haste rune bottled up.
He's going for a blink himself. It's really hard to kill people here. FY.
I mean, they do have global now on the silencer. Fly was able to get to his level 6. They might have to use it here. Whoa. And they see an opportunity to get a quick snipe onto FY, but tossed up and down. They'll quickly finish off that silencer, so no global will even be available.
It really does damage right here. Tombstone's going to go down. If you're EG, you just need to get out of here, I think.
Muscling out. Sumail forces a sidestep. They're looking to chase him. Stampede. RP, he locks him in his spot, but there's no follow-up through. They're putting their damage elsewhere. It's Ame able to get the finish on the S4, and he grabs Arteezy on top of it. This man is now on a 5-times kill streak.
Yep.
Chalice will be the response play there from EG. Sumail able to get that grab.
TP's coming back in. The Rubik's back alive.
Yes,
he gets the sentry. This should be a kill.
Swipes the Sakuchi.
Ooh. Has ulti on Weaver.
Oh, chase from maybe to go for Sumail, but he's able to hop to the low ground and make it away. Sees FY, tries to avoid trouble, but maybe TP to the mid tower to cut him off. And gets the toss up and down, maybe. I mean, he had that questionable moment in the previous game, and he is doing everything in his power right now to make up for it.
Yeah, and you see, that's the thing, because it's still early game, like, these fights are lasting so long. EG doesn't have the best burst besides Puck, so these fights are long and drawn out, and they just TP. We saw the Rubik to the Shrine, we saw the Tiny to middle tower, and these long drawn out team fights are very good for LGD.
So what do you think is in EG's best interest at this point? It's clear that they're not able to get these favorable exchanges.
I mean, keep doing stuff like that, hope it goes better, and hope Arteezy keeps farming. That's pretty much what you got to do. This Puck, he wants to be active on the map. Like, you have to keep doing fights like that, but that Tombstone just, it's so much. This Tombstone is so good right now.
67% for EG.
Okay.
That's the Spectre favoritism.
You know?
I don't know why Dota Plus just has a
what is that now?
A crush for Spectre. I don't know why, but who knows? We'll have to see if maybe Dota Plus gets a last shot. Meanwhile, move Coil or Silence there. Looking for the follow through damage. Crit's gonna be there, stepping in. Tombstone's dropped, but damage already been done. And net worth is almost back even.
Look at that, we saw double blink, one by Mag and one by Puck, so these next team fights are going to be extremely hectic, and who can get the jump on who?
Yep. RP is about to be up now, and we're seeing Step away from EG here, just north of that Roche pit. It looks like they want to circle back and around and maybe add some pressure to Ame and go for a tier 1. Ame shows himself. He does not have a Eclipse yet. And you said no coil, so they don't have a way to lock him down. They're just going to hit him with a little bit of dot damage, force him back under the tower, but the rest of the team is here to bail him out.
Yeah, EG has to know, like, we just showed 3 people top. Are we to stay?
Oh, maybe.
They have the sentry there.
Sees crit, tosses him up and down. He has no time lapse. Pops the wand, but it looks like they have him. Pull back telekinesis, or have I spoken too soon? Maybe he wants to continue to chase here.
We'll get him.
They're able to finally get that grab, but Sumail wants to move in. Dances with
Sumail
oh!
died here.
Oh! They get him with the RP in the trees.
Global.
Global's there, though. Will it cost them ults each for no kills? Ooh.
The stun has blink now.
This is getting awkward real fast. Blink out.
Oh,
TP gone.
Tombstone even gone. And
See you later, nerds.
God, what a back and forth game right now. It really does. It's just 4-on-4, like just body at body while these 2 cores try to farm. We do see the global go down and save Sumail, but Spectre has the Radiance queued up. We'll see if she wants to go for that. Radiance is a pretty greedy build.
It's ambitious. It feels quite ambitious. Certainly in this meta with a lot of action, there's going to be the hunt. If it's successful, it could help. Ame, though, fighting, hitting the showers at the same time, trying to heal up and fight on through. Can't quite make it. Going to be brought down. UG successful on that one. FY snipes the dagger. Throws it back at Arteezy for a taste of his own medicine. Now to the high ground here. Oh, careful. Nova. Finished off, over ambitious. Tossed back from S4, but they managed to get the coil connection onto maybe. If they can finish him off somehow, he has a high bounty. Chalice, though, with the skewer back, only catches Sumail, who will easily sidestep and get out the other side.
And that was, Ame was just farming the jungle. The reason you didn't see an ulti there, he just popped Mask of Madness to try to farm the jungle. He gets initiated on, he can't pop ulti because he's silenced. Can't do anything. That was a good initiation, a good ulti by Arteezy. He's going to need more of those because they are still far behind. This Tiny has an Echo Saber now, can pretty much one-shot everyone but Tiny. Or, but Centaur, sorry. And himself, yeah. See.
Burst potential is certainly there, but they're not making the call to action quite yet. You see top kind of free roam for Arteezy, and bottom free for S4, who has his Blink and Vanguard now complete. Looking to go for Tranquils and possibly continuing more utility. But here comes PSG LGD. And if Fly has to tank the gank, I'm sure that's so be it for EG side. But they want bigger meat. They want S4. There it is. Move in, toss. To throw him back. In the arms of Chalice, and there's an easy finish.
Nice and easy there. Fly didn't really know the smoke was coming, couldn't tank it, and they just run down S4. That was good. They didn't just give up. You have to find something when you smoke.
Yep. Definitely take the better option there between Fly and S4. They'll walk out through the other side and look to follow it up with at least a tier 1 takedown. This net worth still a commanding advantage right now, at least for maybe. But their Luna still able to inch ahead of Arteezy's position by just about 1,000 gold for the time being.
Yep. And they're not going to defend this tier 1. Just pop the glyph, buy yourself 5 seconds, and, well, just hope Arteezy's farming. That's pretty much all EG can do right now.
Yep.
LGD, they just have to just keep playing like this. Have your Magnus and have your Tiny play together. They can't really lose a team fight if those two are together.
And Chalice will take his business to the top lane. He also considering some utility. He got the blink done, and he's going for a full-blown Greaves pickup next. I know there's silence options like Sumail, so if you're able to pop the Greaves and purge off the silence, that would just be super beneficial.
Double good because of, you know, the puck and the silencer.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of them might have to consider a bit of that.
We'll see. Definitely probably going to see a Lotus Orb as well on Radiant sometime.
And obviously Ame has that BKB queued up next. But he can be certain to get off everything he needs in these fights.
Yeah. One of the key items for EG is crit. He has the Aghanims in about 700 gold right now, and any of that like Luna Burst, you can just get out of it. Like crit being this greedy is going to pay off for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's actually pretty yoked here. With having the Aghanims nearly complete is having like a free Aegis on your team. Yep. Being able to bail out someone precious like Arteezy in some of these hectic fights. LGD, if they're overcommitting so much at the start of a fight and they're unsuccessful, they don't have too much of a follow through. I mean, if Eclipses drop, the stun toss combos drop, then the RP, you know, and that's not going to be enough. Their follow through may be significantly weaker.
Nails gets another rune going for the Yules. Now once he hits that Yules, pretty much unkillable. If he plays well, obviously. There's going to be a Shadow Blade, so this Tiny, man, I mean, you see 2,000 net worth ahead of everyone. He can even solo S4 now if he really wants, probably.
Definitely using the full momentum that he's been given for himself, got for himself, based on all these huge mid-game kills.
I wouldn't be surprised. PSG LGD definitely can do Roche a lot earlier than EG. It is going to be hard versus the Centaur as well as the Spectre ulti, but you get 1 or 2 kills and you're going to take that Roche so quick. EG, on the other hand, doesn't have the best Roche taking team, so could be highly contested this game. Just LGD wants to, EG wants to stop them.
So it seems kind of stagnate for the time being. Does it really favor one side or the other? Because I feel like both teams have a hero that would like to just kind of continue to kind of swing and take fights, and then a hero that just wants to keep farming. So is it a mirror match as long as things stall out, or does it favor one side or the other?
It's good for Spectre, but the thing is, the Luna farms the jungle so much quicker than her. The Tiny's always playing on map. I mean, he's about to take a tier 2 right now. It definitely favors PSG LGD.
EG take most of the southern half of this map, or they have their little bit of extra vision, but PSG LGD have their own vision down there as well. We see Maybe gets that finish of the top tier 2, and he's not looking to pull off quite yet. Happy to kind of keep things pressured forward and force EG back to kind of deal with it.
BKB going to be the Mask of Madness, Dragonlance into BKB on Luna. It just makes this Radiance, if the Spectre goes it, even less worthwhile, honestly. I mean, this Luna, I love the early BKB. It means you can fight, you have that Lunar Blessing, so you have the damage without having items.
And I assume that might be what they're waiting for. And is, for EG's side, are they waiting for the Radiance to be complete? Because, you know, the Yules is just about done for Sumail. We saw the Agnum's now complete on Crit. Oh, Crit. Speaking of which, wow. Maybe.
He's godlike.
He hits like a truck.
Yeah, and you see, I've heard a lot of people talk about, a lot of pros talk about Sentry Wards in this meta right now are just so good. In middle, there it is.
Wow.
See you later.
Whoa. LGD strike twice, hard and fast.
Yeah.
EG, maybe not even ready for it. Now, we got to see if EG going to respond on top of that, though. We are talking about an RP now being committed.
Is under attack.
Yep, I like that. That's a good RP, though. You know that's the last time you're going to do that to Sumail, because he will have the Yules next time it's up. A lot harder to do. And guess what? You get a big core kill as well as that tier 1 tower, and now the level 15 talent for Luna, she's going to be doing so much damage with really no damage items.
She is fast on her way to finishing out that BKB too.
It's going to be coming out the same. I think Arteezy's Radiance is going to come about the same time as his Luna BKB, and that is not good for EG at all.
No. LGD in great form here. 5K net worth advantage. Looking to make this a series, that's for sure. Zapping things out, maybe.
Crit barely makes it away.
Crit.
Oh.
Slides right through him, heads out the other side, and that's when Maybe takes his lead. He avoids potential trouble there, but no call to action at the moment quite yet for either team. Like one of the games where we're not really seeing any smoke plays, for example. Not even yet, Grant.
Yeah, I'm surprised he knew that gank was coming, even though EG, there's no wards in their jungle, but he had a thought. He's like, why is no one else on the map? And he just gets out of there.
I think I finally may see that smoke play possibly coming out from PSG LGD. We have FY with a smoke in pocket. They're kind of congregated here. They're waiting, though,
I think
for the right time.
Just, yeah, you clear these out. You're going to have your BKB on your Luna now. Well, it's still 40 gold. And there you go. And there it is, exactly same timing, Radiance and BKB.
Wow.
That does definitely favor the Luna. Obviously, Spectre now can be a nuisance on the backside. It's like Weaver bugs plus this Spectre can create a lot of mayhem, but...
Yeah, a lot about the initiation of the fight. If the Haunt comes out first, it will prevent a lot of the initiation power from Chalice and from Maybe jumping into action. But they're already trying to get something going here. They've smoked.
Oh, and now...
surfacing around.
Crit was the one who pings it out. He's like, wait, how did they lift up? There's no one here, so they know that smoke's there because of a little bit of a misplay by the Rubik.
So they're hanging on the high ground right now. They know this is the better position.
And they know they saw his smoke broke. I don't think you can do Roche right now if you're LGD. And they're going to smoke themselves on EG. This could be the big fight.
They're trying to go down and around to possibly catch PSG LGD from behind, it would look like, as LGD take themselves further up north. Or not. Ooh, they come back towards their own secret shop side, which is a good spot for them. It's high ground.
Yep.
So if EG approach...
this Tiny.
Okay. He's there. He shows himself. They put a ward down.
Wait, they can't kill that guy. He just picked up a Reaver. He has 3.2k HP. He's got 50% status resistance. This Tiny feels nearly unkillable.
Whoa. I did not know he grabbed the Reaver. He is big now. Very big. Okay, there's the move. That's 4. Starts with the haunt. Can finish him in their spot. They're looking to go for the finish. Can they get Ame down? He's still surviving. He's still holding. They finally got it.
The Tombstone got it.
EG fighting in. Nova putting down the Tombstone. It gets ripped apart. They should be able to finish him off next. This is EG's fight. They had the better positioning and they let things out. And they're not done yet.
Yules.
Good catch of the Yules from Sumail to stop Chalice in his tracks, and they're going to make it 3 all day.
What a gank right there. Being able to burst down this Luna, who does use the BKB, just great play from EG, and they get a tier 1 tower because of it.
That cuts that lead significantly, pretty much right in half now for EG's favor. 3 kills plus a tower. But LGD didn't have to expend a whole lot. They didn't really get to expend anything. So there's got to be a call to fight here for PSG LGD side, and something that EG should be ready for.
Yeah, and here you see the replay. What a stomp by S4 there. They get it. The bugs come up. He gets his BKB up, but he's already so low, and the bugs are just eating him alive. BKB doesn't take the bugs off. They're still eating you alive.
Yeah. And they put their focus. They're able to bring down that Tombstone. They have good spread positioning here.
Yep.
And then Sumail with that quick jump catch.
Yep.
Wow.
S4 and Sumail, they're both ready. They were going to stop that TP no matter what. Well, still 4K lead for LGD, but you see what they can do when all their cooldowns are up.
Now we got to see if the pressure is on LGD to make something happen now. You don't want to kind of just let this begin to throw back the way of EG. Yeah. LGD have had their eyes on the Roche for a while now.
I wouldn't doubt. No Spectre ulti up. You have Stampede, but no Global either.
Nova on the low ground, takes out the ward.
God, I don't know. You got to just throw the bugs in there, and maybe Sumail makes a swag play. I don't know.
Well, there's the orb already being committed. Dagger to throw in.
He's just hitting it. The Flesh Golem, obviously Flesh Golem does work on Roche. Very good.
Yep. Oh, RP does catch just one, and they toss that silencer back inside. He did not have global, but they're still going to swing it out. He's going to be committed. They're going in. They're going to go for the Aegis. It's Crit. Who grabs it? S4 finds Bolt, takes out Chalice. Able to get that response play, taking out S4 though, and then they managed to get the finish. Can they at least force RTZ down?
It went down. The Tombstone went down. It would have killed him.
But maybe
he gets him.
Good grab by Maybe. Falls through and is able to get the finish. And all 5 from EG go down.
At least
if you count the Aegis.
Wow. And man, honestly, that's not terrible for EG. You deny the Aegis from the Luna, which is the biggest thing here, and you kill the Luna again. The Luna's farm is stagnated, and this Tiny though, this Tiny feels like he has put the rest of his team on his back right now, and he has a heart. He's flying it out right now.
He can hold that spot. He can be the one to step in for the Luna for now. That works out well for LGD, and it keeps him in the reign of things. But as time goes on, and if this Luna is not able to recover and keep farming and out-farming Arteezy, things could begin to get concerning.
Yeah, it can, but you see the replay right here. I don't know how Crit actually went in there and stole that, but the bugs, man. These Weaver bugs are doing so much work right now. And a little bit of a whiff ulti there from Chalice, honestly. They committed everything on Fly.
And Fly didn't even have global. It was about to be up in about 5 seconds, but imagine if it had been up. And that's probably why they're looking for a smoke gank now. They still have that global available, so if there's going to be an opportunity for them, they will look to take it. And they have found one possibly for bottom. They're going to commit the coil to cancel out Chalice. TP escape, and they'll get the Magnus.
Yep. Here he goes, another one beyond
Maybe's here, and he's just walloping away.
Ame no ulti, but the Tombstone's down. This is a bad fight for EG, I think.
Arteezy looking to bail out using the assisted Stampede. Ame wants to chase.
Maybe not.
Stop is there. They turn it back. That's a big bounty. If they could get Maybe down, it's a lot of money.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
A lot of money.
They're going to get more. What just happened?
EG taking back over here. Still no global even used for that fight.
There's no way you push uphill here. You're a Spectre. You only have one item.
But Tiny's out for 70 seconds. He has no buyback at this point.
They do have to be careful because they themselves don't know Tiny was going to have buyback, obviously. And if he just buys back here, EG has to be scared. But they know he's not buying back. They're going to go in.
Global's there. They're going to be able to quickly snipe him down, but he's got the Yules.
Oh.
He's getting pushed back. Lots of damage.
He dodged it. Sumail
god. Woo! Woo! He slips, he slides, he goes down.
He tried. Dodges the RP though, and honestly, hey, RP being down just means more time for Spectre to farm, but a good hold there. Without your Tiny, no buyback. You commit the Luna ulti, and you actually almost get Arteezy. He like ran into Ame's range of that ulti, and almost like one more beam he would have blown up, but LGD holds. I can't believe the EG just pushed the base right there, though. That was really greedy.
That is a huge confidence play. Not sure if the smartest, but it's a big confidence play from EG. Just kind of take it to PSG LGD saying, we're still in this one for sure. LGD still hold the net worth advantage at this point in time. Certainly credit to Maybe's Tiny. Here we see a replay of the action. Of course, leading out with that good snipe onto Chalice, taking that RP out of the equation. Helps things a bit for the early part of the fight. But then Maybe comes in and just makes quick work of Fly.
Yeah, he does. Ame drops the BKB. They can't do anything to Ame right there, but they just run away from him, decommit, and all of a sudden Ame's like, wait, I don't have a BKB. I gotta get the hell out of here, and Tiny just gets left in the dust.
Sumail's able to dish out everything he can from the outside with really no threat at all, and it assists in being able to finish out Maybe, and Maybe, as we see there, not the happy, handing over a lot of money to the puck at this point.
Yeah,
and he's going straight for the Ags.
And just so you know, the Spectre just gained about 1,500 HP. He gets the level 20, 500 health talent. He finishes the heart.
What?
He just has 3.5k HP now.
That heart just came out of nowhere.
Oh, is this the fight? Every cooldown is up except for Global, which is up in 20. I don't know who wants to take this fight, honestly. I think LGD doesn't mind, but Global's up in 15.
They have a smoke here in the pocket of X-Nova, but you're right. They look like they were postured up to try and make a swing on the EG there at the bottom, but they changed their mind and they pull off a bit. I don't blame them. You really got to think twice. This is an elimination match for PSG LGD if they happen to drop it.
Tiny does find the double damage. We'll see. He definitely can one-shot anyone but Arteezy now. This guy is going to thwack someone. Maybe not.
It could be Arteezy. He's right out in front. They got to make the move. Tombstone committed, but they're really thinking about it. They're not immediately jumping in fear that the response from EG is just around the corner. I mean, that global is still up too.
If Tiny blinks in, he might get the stun off. If he gets global though and they don't get the combo, they are in a lot of problems. I like that. Just back out even though you have the DD.
Everyone here in the bottom lane, at least they were here in the bottom lane, just how tense it is. Finally, LGD realized it just might be too much time wasted for themselves and they have to split out elsewhere. Same for EG. Immediately, 3, 4 of them all book it to the top lane and try to pressure out.
And now this Luna feels a little bit weak once you get like that satanic butterfly, but she is nowhere near either of them right now.
Fear for her to like plateau on the farm.
Yep, and that's going to be the scary thing. When Puck actually does get this Aghanims, this Luna is just going to get held in place. Obviously, you can't break the coil even BKB'd, and you're going to be in a lot of trouble in the top lane.
Move in. Stop from S4. They're looking at the opening of Ame. He's trying to make it out, but he does get the assistance from the Grease and the BKB, trying to make it out. The Soul Rip also to bail him out. Stampede, they think about chasing, but he's able to make it inside safely. Good disengage from LGD.
Oh, but the Tiny? Are they going to be able to kill him?
He's alone. He's fighting between 3, but he does massive damage onto Sumail. My God. Also able to get the finish onto Fly. Maybe struts him stuff back inside, and he's going to be good. Trouble for EG. Arteezy trying to make it away. Long TP out, but is successful on making it out.
Oh my goodness. You see, dude, this X-Nova not only just saved the Luna right there, possibly their game, as well saves the Rubik who was running away. The Rubik was going to die to crit from a Geminate attack, and man, late game Dirge, you don't often say they're making an impact, but he actually might have just saved the racks.
He's been the paramedic. Hi, how's it going? Time lapse to pull himself away from the whopping damage that would have been there from Maybe.
Oh, and he has a crystal now just flew out on the courier. This boy does some damage. Oh, crit. They see him again, though. Here comes the Tiny for round number 2.
Oh, he's got to be careful. Chalice right there as well. Turns the corner, heads out the other side, and he should be safe.
Yep. Man, that Luna, I think, lived with like 100 HP, then got Guardian Greave, got Soul Rift, gained so much HP.
Bottom lane. FY.
Don't give him a Sakuchi. Yeah, he's trying to avoid it. He's avoiding. Nice job. Look at this.
The Crit's trying to hide the Sakuchi, but he's there. They have the sentry, so he'll still the Sakuchi regardless.
But they have a sentry there.
They do. They have their own sentry in the lane, and they're going to pop a dust. but he's so fast.
It's up to Sumail.
They can't quite chase him. He slips away. The people love it. He's gone. LGD are making EG sweat for this one.
God, watching these two foreign players play, so smart by Crit, just hiding behind that tree, not giving it up, but the sentry there, he gets it. They have their own sentry, but FY gets away, and fun little exchange.
And they go their separate ways. Props to LGD. They've been holding this small net worth advantage for pretty much the whole game.
Yep, it's about 5-6K right now. Obviously, Spectre is getting farmed, but so is the Luna, and the Luna is getting close to the Satanic. And once you get that Satanic, you Guardian Grief, Soul Rip, Satanic with BKB, good luck killing her in that like initial burst like they almost did.
But they also have the benefit of this maybe Tiny, who's now doing ridiculous damage, and he could do that kind of damage onto the buildings as well. Question is if EG have that kind of number 2 potential. I mean, that would be Sumail, but it's a, you know, it's a puck. Offers a lot of the utility, but not nearly as much of the damage.
Yeah. Once the Spectre does get Manta, even increases the damage so much, can pick up even the support. You don't have to just go for that Luna immediately. You can go for some supports, wait the BKB out. But Tiny gets the Invis rune.
Yeah.
It's so scary though. In this patch with Sentry Wards lasting 6 minutes, like to play Invis heroes, it does not feel good versus these sentries.
A lot of them being dropped, and of course, these choke points, we saw their mid lane. Scout things out, and now EG.
There's a Satanic. That's the item. You can't take a fight if you're EG right now, I don't think.
They're trying to, though. And they could be right around the corner from Ame's positioning.
They get Chalice. Chalice would be a nice pickup.
Oh, they do not want to go. They instead settle for what they see in the mid lane. An immediate jump grab, looking to go for maybe, but he is a big, thick one. So they're going to settle for FY instead.
Yep, we'll lock him down. You just used a global and
LGD, though.
ulti for that.
They're in mid lane. Oh, cancels the RP, doesn't need it. Skewers in, RTZ, and then blocks him with the RP. Here comes the Eclipse. Firing it out, though, and he gets saved. Bailed back now. They put their focus onto the finished S4. Maybe, though, is going to fall. Too much harassment going to be coming out at this point, and Sumail looking to take it to Ame. They're forced to split. They have to back up, and you're right. Maybe does buy back, and EG pull out from the fight. Crit.
What? Crit does it again. Just that's the thing. That's why Arteezy, I was like, why is he playing cocky? And then you forget they've got that Weaver with the Aghanim's, and guess what? All that burst damage you used on this 3.5k HP Spectre nullified. God, what a tight game. This is the least farming we've seen in Game 2, right? It feels like there's always 5 versus 5 heroes in a lane, like maybe not fighting, but just, hey, I see you as well. No one really wants to go in, and they're going to scout out Roche. You can't do it. Yeah. You cannot do it if you're EG. You can't do Roche unless there's a lot of heroes dead on Radiant, it feels like.
More time for both. Lots of cooldowns here. I mean, Global being out. Hot was also committed on the other side. Eclipse being dropped for that one.
But already it feels like so much time has passed. The Global Silence is up in 40, the Spectre ult is up in 30, and EG will be willing to fight again. And it might be this Roche fight.
It is a standoff, it looks like, from both sides here.
Are they just going into Roche? I like this. You have like a 30-second window and no Global. They're going to jump in.
Maybe coming in. Can't quite get the grab onto Crit. EG do not want to overextend. LGD, though. Gotta be careful.
Dust versus Tiny feels so bad at the stats. He uses Dust, it's just gone 3 seconds later. And they're going in for the Roche. With this Tombstone down, they have Spectral, but Global's down for 10. This is the exact same fight as last time. Global's the only stop.
Skewering in. Bringing S4 into action right now.
Helps him out again.
Now they're calling out. They're going to be committed with the coil. Ame just unleashing what he can on the back of the BKB. Roche low, but not finished yet. Now EG want to get their hands there. Moving in with the ball. Crit! How is this guy able to grab it every single time? S4 able to move in, looking to go for the finish. Ame trying to swing it out. Hop to Satanic, but he still gets bursted down. Does have a buyback, otherwise he's out for the long haul and maybe going to be finished too. EG say that this Roche is ours. You cannot have it.
Someone stop Kurt right now. Not only did he snatch the Aegis, he saves the Centaur, who's able to get the ulti because of his ulti, and Kurt's just playing out of his mind. He really is. This man is a beast. And you see the puck got the cheese as well and used it in the fight. So they got the Aegis and the cheese. And now they're threatening base. There's no buyback Tiny, 100 seconds. And they know that this time because the Tiny did buy back. They can guarantee there is no Tiny.
Let's see what they can do with it here. They don't have Arteezy. I mean, S4 can try to be a battering ram, but they ram him instead into the base, but the time lapse from Crit.
Welcome to Crit Gaming. You gotta be careful of those zombies, though.
Oh, he stole time lapse.
And
Now
he has
FY has it. And he stole Stampede. Now they got a huge 4-man coil from Sumail to lock them in their spot. But they are still going to be able to get that finish onto S4, and that's what matters.
Still, EG, they lose a hero there, but they're happy with that because Fly, that whole team fight, guess what he was doing? Running bottom to go and get the 40-minute bounty runes, and guess what's going to happen top? Crit will get both of them as well, and that's 4 bounties, and here's the replay. And here you see the Centaur right here. Watch the Crit ulti while he's in midair, takes him out. The coil. Lame can't run out of it. That's an Ag's puck. You run out of it, you're getting stunned.
And it's a long stun too, so
Yeah,
he's stuck in there fighting it out. Crit just wiggles himself in, just casually picks it up as if it's no pressure at all.
And then S4, the big 2-man stun. What a crazy, that was the exact same fight as the Roche before. The global comes up halfway during the team fight, just like the other one, and this time EG comes out even farther ahead, and Spectre is caught up to the Luna farm, 1,000 down, and wow.
The net worth has tipped.
And you see that deep breath there. Deep breath. Crit's like, all right.
Just another day for Crit. Just another day, I guess.
It is. This man's a beast.
First time in a while, at least we've seen personally, Grant, the net worth had shifted all the way over to the other side now. It's EG who hold it with a 2K advantage.
And Crit has an Aeon disc, by the way, flying on the chicken to him. So this guy, if they try to burst him instead of someone else, guess what? You just can't. He's an Aeon disc. How does LGD? They got to say, you got to get that butterfly. And the Dota buff probability. Look at that. It's not too bad, honestly, for the Radiant side with a Spectre on their team, right? We know the AI loves Spectre quite a bit, so I think Radiant actually doing pretty well. And if he gets his butterfly, Luna can just stand and fight you. Like, EG does still have to play these fights better. They have been, but, you know, one missed team fight, EG could just crumble and lose their base to a Luna.
Both sides going for a butterfly. Arteezy has one queued up as well. Here we see Crit. That Aeon disc is going to get popped. Heads back up to join his comrades at the top of the hill. Maybe he's thinking about moving forward. They drop the obs, then he blinks on forward confidently, able to get the grab onto Fly. A good snipe for Maybe there.
The rest of them will get out, it looks like.
As long as he's dead, there's no global. Now he could buy back and quickly pop it.
God, Crit playing so dangerously here bottom. You don't know where there's an observer, a sentry ward. You just don't know. You're noticed right here, but he's willing to take the risk to cut this wave. Let's keep you out immediately after the bugs.
Smoke from LGD. They do want to take advantage of that window. Arteezy's mid. Pops the Manta. There's the RP. Can they burst him down? There's the buyback. There's the global. Here comes EG for a response, and they got a huge coil. Here they go. Flopping away. S4 trying to find his way out. They back away. Big heal from Nova. He heals it up. Sumail able to get the finish on FY. No one really finished yet, but here comes the work. Arteezy able to slash him down, but yeah, S4 gets the stop. There's the finish. Ame down. 2 minutes. No buyback for the Luna.
Oh, here he goes. Maybe though.
Maybe.
Did he get it?
Big
the Manta died. But he gets it.
Maybe.
I mean, you get the Spectre just, but they might just end the game here. They know Tiny doesn't have buyback. They know Luna doesn't have buyback. They don't have the best building hitters on EG, but you know both cores have nothing.
Anyone who has a buyback is forced to use it now, and that's only FY.
Oh my goodness, and here we go. They're just going to push the base. This should be all tier 2s are down. They could go for the Megas. They could go for the Throne. They could. I mean, it's 70 seconds
it's
without
two
cores. And if they find out why, he just died back. The game might be over if he dies and he's dead.
FY's gone. Can EG close this one out? They can get the tower and go for tier 4s if they want to.
They don't really have the best
They get the tower and they go for tier 4s.
Will they
go for the jugular?
Oh, the tombstone's down, but look at this. They're just going to kill it off with these illusions. And your ex-Nova, you're not dying. What the hell do you do at 45 minutes?
You can only spawn a tombstone. You can't spawn a new tower to help out.
And there we go. Both towers. I think it's just, over.
LGD, are they watching their tournament life be taken away?
Oh, Chalice goes for the skewer. He can't get it. Ex-Nova
this is it. LGD.
It's over.
They go from 2nd at TI to 6th at the major. This one belongs to EG, and they will face NIP in the round.
I don't know what we watched. Well, I do. It was all of EG playing like a god. Crit specifically. Crit won him so many team fights. Just over.